Turkish is in the building. What are you saying?
Come on, bro. I'm here, man. What's good?
Yeah, I'm good, bruv. See, man, here early in the comments as usual. Make sure you slap the like button. Big up everyone here. Obviously it's international break. There's been some shit football on, but there's still loads to talk about.
Always, do you get me? There's always something to talk about, bro.
Loads to talk about. Them man already seeing in there, bruv. Flipping Paul Scholes on his usual bullshit. Know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
it is what it is. It's unfortunate, you know, because the thing is with Scholes, yeah, it's like I'm glad that he never did interviews while he was a footballer, because if he did, he wouldn't be one of my favorite United players of all time, because he talks a whole load of shit like consistently, bruv. You know, certain man just want to rub out their legacy, fam.
It's out of character as well. I can't like you said, we grew to think he's like a quiet man, that a humble guy, and he might still be that, but at the same time, the way he worded what he said, you know, you can have an opinion that you might see Martial better in another position, because I actually do myself. But to say he conned people to think he's a striker is like you're talking down to the man. And in reality, Martial's not one of your problems at United. Martial's been slightly humble throughout the years. He hasn't really kicked up much of a fuss.
Bro, man say Martial's not the problem. Anthony Martial, yeah, was Manchester United's best player, yeah, post lockdown. Best. Do you know what I mean? He was our top scorer, banging goals, yeah. The brother got 17 goals in the Premier League with no penalties.
Yeah, fam. I remember, fam. I put him in my fantasy team, fam. He won me peas in that thing, fam.
Well, there you go.
When he scored his first hat-trick, I swear I had him as captain that day, bro.
Fam. And then you've got man chatting shit, yeah? Big up Statman Baines as well, my brother, because I always bring him on, yeah. He put up the comparison, yeah, of Zlatan, yeah, in his season in 16-17, yeah, where man was sucking him off, yeah, compared to Martial this season, yeah. Martial's played, yeah, his pass accuracy is 80% to 73, so better than Zlatan's. Shots on target, 48% to 38, better than Zlatan's. Both bagged 17, yeah. I'm saying, and then he got 6 assists, Zlatan got 5. This is the guy that conned. This is the guy that conned us into believing he's a striker. Goal contributions, yeah. Like big chances missed, bro. Martial 10, Zlatan 18. 18. Yeah. But man are saying that Martial's the one that conned us into believing he's a striker, yeah. Cool. Say no more, bruv. This Scholes is a numpty, bruv. This is the same brother that was talking like Martial was a worldie only like 3-4 months ago.
Yeah, months ago. I remember the little quotes and the little videos that came, man. That's why I was thinking, right, like, where did this come from? Like, you see, with Roy Keane, I expect something like that from Roy Keane, where he's emotional with the Man United thing because he's a fan, innit? Where, all right, 3-4 games without a goal, Roy Keane's someone that even in the dressing room, you know, he'd kick off. So that's his character. But with Scholes, like you said, that all of a sudden to flip it and talk down to one of the, again, I'm going to say one of the players that, fam, he hasn't caused an issue, fam. He's one of the ones you really need to push and build around that.
But I'm fuming because that Scholes is like, he must be on the packet or something. Because what's he talking about? Do you know what I mean? Like, Martial's not a problem, bro. We conceded 6 goals in our last game, you know, and this brother's talking about our striker.
Fam,
what about Harry Maguire? What about Luke Shaw, fam? What about these, bruv? We conceded 6 goals at home, and you're talking about a fucking striker that scored 17 goals last season and wasn't on pens. That's who you're talking about. My man said the problem with Man United forwards is that none of them are actual centre forwards. Martial almost conned us into thinking he was one of them at the end of last season because he scored so many goals. Conned us, you know? How fucking dare you, blood?
Yeah, it's not like, fam. It's like I said, I actually think Martial left forward is his best position. But to say Condon, he scored 17 goals last season, and he didn't even play all of it up front. He was in and out of that position. 17 goals, fam. I'll take that every day of the week. There's other areas of the squad that let the team down last year.
But bro, he's a better left winger than Rashford, and he's a better striker than Rashford. Man are talking about Rashford ain't had a good game for us for about 6 months. Maybe even more than that. A man are talking about Martial, bro, our top scorer. Are we really having this conversation now?
Fam, he is. Like, at the end of the day, it shows that the recruitment that didn't go to plan as well. Like, at the end of the day, you didn't build around Martial. At the end of the day, he was your best player at the back end of last season, and he was focal to you, man, getting Champions League and making it back. And at the end of the day, build around or build with these players, and then maybe you can get somewhere. But then to start the season with a transfer, like I've seen at Arsenal for a decade plus, you can have players that have ended the season well, and in good spirits. But the transfer window not only affects fans, it affects players as well. So when players are seeing other teams do their business, and looking at their own team and thinking, we ain't gonna, like, realistically, we can be optimistic, but we ain't got we didn't have it last season, let alone not doing our business in the transfer window and having it this season. So that gets into people's minds, and you can see the way United have started this season. It's gone back to after that always at the wheel period where the hype died down and then the form just went. It's the same with the Fernandes thing. It was like a hype, and form died down, and now it's back to reality where there's no real direction. And picking out players right now instead of the manager, that's something that these pundits didn't do with Arsenal. You know, Arsene Wenger, obviously his book come out today as well. I need to read that real soon and see what he's saying. But all of these pundits were all saying, Gary Neville, all of them were saying everything that was wrong with Arsenal. I'd agree with them. Soft centre, if you go and kick them a bit, we crumble. It's easier to get to us and all of that stuff. They was all right. But when it come down to what's the problem at Arsenal, it was always soft players. But then if you have 10 years of soft players, then doesn't it ever go back to the manager? Doesn't it ever go back to someone there? No.
It has to, because, bro, who's bringing these men in? These men are not fucking walking in.
But that's what I'm saying. Because of the respecting, they don't want to bring out Ole. They don't want to bring out Wenger. They don't want to bring out the nice guys, the captain Maguire, and all these, man. It's more the people that are easy targets, man. And
of course, because even with Arsenal, man, talk about soft centre and all that, bro. Arsene Wenger inherited, a lot of that British steel, from the manager before him.
Yeah.
He did.
Yeah, he did. He built the invincible defense. Yeah,
exactly. He built that. Yeah.
Yeah, he inherited the one before. Definitely, that was.
He did. He inherited that core, so they had that kind of steel about them. Yeah. Do you know what I'm saying? As he had more influence on the team, the centre became softer, bro, because he was into this pretty football, this nice football and that, but then the characters were questionable. Do you know what I'm saying? He never quite found that balance. And that's okay, because he built the team in his image. And obviously his image of playing football was a certain way. You can't knock him for that. But ultimately, when everyone's talking about the players saying, oh, they ain't got it, it comes down to the fucking recruitment.
Yeah, it comes down to other than the players, fam. Like, I remember, I used to get onto Walcott a bear. You see, I used to get onto Walcott until like a few years onto getting onto him. I was thinking to myself, he actually don't pick himself. Yeah, he actually didn't sign himself for Arsenal Football Club. Like, he's not the one that got held to ransom and then had to give him a new contract and play him in a striker position. That's the club's fault. So these pundits never really highlight the issue, the real issues, and that's why this fan thing is good, because we can, we might not touch the same amount of people, but we can say it for what it is, and it's more than just players, fam. It's players as well to a certain extent. I wouldn't say it's Martial, but at the same time, it's players. But if it's players after more than 5 years, then you've got to look above players and think, what the fuck is going on there?
But this is it, man. And that's what pisses me off about Scholes, because he chats so much shit. Like, man was like, oh, we should have got Cavani on loan, bruv. He was a free agent, you fucking idiot. You know them? It's like, these men don't know shit outside of English football. And even English football, they don't know shit. People just think, Paul Scholes, ex-legend, ex-footballer, was a great footballer. He don't know nothing about football, bruv. All the comments that he's made shows me that he doesn't watch ball, blood. Like, unless he's getting paid to be sitting on the TV chatting shit, he don't watch ball. His son came out the other day chatting shit as well about Pogba or something like that, bruv. The apple don't fall far from the tree. They're both fucking illiterates, bruv. Clearly. Do you know what I'm saying? And it's just like, bruv, how can man say that he's watched Pogba for like 4 years and he's never seen him have a good game or something like that? I'm like, bruv, shut up.
He said that previously.
That's what his son said. I'm like, both of you are fucking idiots, bro. Do you know what I mean? And that's what people don't understand. Just because a man could kick ball, that don't mean he's got an ounce of intelligence in him, bro. Do you know what I mean? If these men were not footballers, what would these men be doing, bruv?
They're football fans first and foremost. 99.9% of footballers are football fans first and foremost. It does, and like we see with football fans, like there's bare football fans that don't know fuck all about football. They go off emotions, or they go off like variables like passion and determination and all this stuff, rather than potentially quality or platform even. Because even with Pogba, similar to Arsenal, we haven't really given Oba the correct platform. He bangs, but we ain't going nowhere. So until
Oba bangs in spite of Arsenal, not because of him. You know them, man? Because he's banging with man behind him that ain't really doing nothing for him. If man had Rosicki Rosicki, Ozil, and fucking what's his name, Santi behind him, it'd be a different ball game. He ain't got that behind him.
No, he ain't got that. And at least
I've got Xhaka and El Neni behind him, bruv.
At least he's got Partey now, you know, obviously, but that'll help. That'll definitely help. But we'll see. We'll see.
Absolutely, bruv. You man slapped the like button. Over 1,000 in here already. We're just getting warmed up. My man said, I don't agree with Scholes, but sometimes the journalists ask you questions so you can only answer in one way. That's true. But this is why Sir Alex Ferguson never let this dickhead do interviews, because he's not smart, blood. You know, like, if you don't know how, if you're not media trained and you don't know how to either manipulate a question to answer it in a way that you don't have to answer it at all, do you know what I mean? You shouldn't be doing media, bruv. Paul Scholes works in the media now. This spread does punditry. So he should be media trained enough to not be answering questions like that. He answered the question like that because he's got an agenda and he wanted to answer it like that. Man can't tell me that, oh, like he got caught cold kind of thing. And nah, bro, like he's got a Martial agenda, bro. And the thing is, a lot of our foreign players, they're always the scapegoats in this team, bro. We conceded 6 goals. No talk for Harry Maguire. No talk for Luke Shaw. Do you know what I'm saying? Marcus Rashford's been shit for a long time, yeah. No talk for Marcus Rashford because man got the knighthood and everyone's sucking him off. But he ain't putting a good football performance in what nearly a calendar year, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? No one's talking about that. But man want to talk about Martial and Pogba. Them men are out here winning games for their national team.
Yeah, it's true.
You know what I mean? And they'll walk into any other Premier League team. If Martial doesn't start for another, he's definitely in the squad. Do you know what I'm saying? Tottenham's front three is looking frightening, blood. You know them ones. So if man said that Martial might have to hold a bench, cool. But Pogba walks into every team in this league. Every single one.
But we've seen Pogba on his day. We've seen what he can do. You know, and what he's got. You see what I read before but he's got a year left with an option of another year, innit? Is that your option or his option?
We can trigger it. You know what I'm saying? Which we will trigger, but either way, he'll still be cheap.
Yeah, because it's a year left. What do you think he's doing? Running it down then, or are you?
Yeah. I think he's running it down. I think that he wants to. I think he wanted to sign a contract, but given the lack of activity we've done in the transfer window, I wouldn't really be surprised if he didn't sign it. I would run it down and leave because realistically, even if I wanted to be sold, who can afford to buy me in this current climate?
Yeah, and this is the thing, you know. You see, with us, Arsenal, you see what I've seen over the years. I saw after Invincibles, I saw a team created that, let's say, Fabregas was at the core, and we didn't build enough around him to the point where he looked around and basically said to himself, like, I haven't got the right team around me to really achieve the goals and the pressure that's on my shoulders. So he left. He went back to his club and he won there. It didn't work out as well, but he came back and did his thing here for Chelsea. And then the same with Van Persie, for example. That was probably the next guy that come through when Fabregas left. And then after that, it was Sanchez and Ozil. We didn't give Sanchez and Ozil both the platform. We didn't build around them enough. We didn't give them what they needed. I can say that with my chest, because even with Ozil, you know, but it comes a time, even with Ozil, you look past him because we know that now at that age and after the in and outs and performances of the last couple of years, we're going to need to think about who's the next guy to give the platform to. That's Oba.
Yeah.
And with Oba, 3 years and that last minute transfer with that Partey, we was doing shows all summer, fam. Both of us were vexed most of the transfer window.
Yeah.
We got Partey, I'm happy, but if you ask me about the window, I'm not happy. So it's just like, it's a mad one. But I can see with Pogba, you didn't do enough around. People can say you've done enough because you spent the money, but you didn't spend the money in the right way. Same way with Ozil and Sanchez, we decided to buy Xhaka 35 mil. We decided to buy Mustafi 35 mil. We made the wrong choices with the money we had. If we bought the right players them times, who knows what they could have done, you know? But it's happening at United too with Pogba and potentially more if you don't fix up real quick, because 7 years can turn to 15, fam. Take that from me, trust me, it goes real quick, bro. Like it changes just like that.
Facts, bro. Look, my man's saying 2 big chances created this season, conceded 6, but we're talking about the centre forward. And this tells you again, this idiot don't watch football. Do you know what I'm saying? What's he doing, bro? Like, the thing is, you're a pundit. You have access to the same stats we do. So how the fuck are we talking about Anthony Martial right now when man are getting slapped up 6 at home? And you're talking about the striker, you know.
Scholes should know, fam, as well. Like that chance is created thing. Someone in like the midfield, that's his position. That's something he he'd done so well for so many years. I believe it was an easy target just to say that. You know, there's a way to say it. And I think with Martial or with players like Pogba, Martial, whoever else, on the United team, it's easy to slate. You know, with others, they hold back, and we've just talked about why they hold back, and it's never going to change, fam. It's actually never going to, until they start opposing each other, the pundits, and then questioning each other, and then instead of just asking simple-minded questions, narrow-minded questions, it's always that they don't ask the right questions. If a man answers that question, ask him how. Ask him what 17 goals from wing and then centre forward position. How did you come to that conclusion? Obviously, with 3 games in. But the journalists in this country, especially, are poor. So,
but the thing is, it's like, who fact checks these things when man are chatting shit? Because this is how it tells you these football journalists are not even football people. When you watch the Sunday supplement, most of these guys, these guys are not football people. Do you know what I mean? They're not. They don't get football, bro. They don't understand it. Most of them probably never kicked a ball in anger, even at Sunday league level. Do you know what I'm saying? They don't get the game, bruv. And you can tell they're not students of the game. Some of the shit, bruv. Why am man not pulling up Scholes, when man's chatting rubbish and saying, well, hold on, he scored X, Y, Z, he did this, that, the other, boom, boom, boom. What now? No one fact checks it. They just let these men come out here just waffling, bruv.
Proper journalism, you should come in with facts there on the board. So when questions get answered, you're like, oh, hold on one sec. Well, this says this. And then that makes the interview more engaging as well. Even that's something we want to see. And that'll get them more views. That's why I don't understand why they... Instead, fam, we said it before. I remember one of the journalists asked Arteta how important it is to win at home. I'm like, what kind of a question is that, fam? Who the fuck is going to say, no, it's not important? Do you get what I'm saying? And that was from Arsenal.com, and you're thinking, brother, that's you can see the agenda behind that, because they don't want to ask the difficult questions. They just want the time to elapse. And yeah.
So this is what it is, bruv. Enough of these man don't know ball. Like, slap the like, guys. 1.3 watching at the moment. Still people coming in. Also, you man that were trying to buy shirts, you lot were messaging me saying that your countries weren't on the list when you were trying to buy your tops for the football team. If your country's not on the list of ship to, there's like an instant messenger thing, like in the corner. If you just message them and say that you're trying to buy my top and you're in this country, they'll sort it out for you, because it's a local factory and where they produce the kits. So basically, they weren't doing international shipping before they started making my kit. So mine is the first one, bruv. So they're kind of, bruv, they're having to cater to me and cater to you lot. So if your country's not on the list, just make sure you message them. You can still get your tops. Don't worry, man. So yeah, 1.3 here. What's that, bro?
It's building. So like, obviously you learn as you go, and that's it. It's going to get out there to every country. So
that's it. When I originally made the kits, it was just for my team. I had no intentions on selling them. It's only because the demand was there. So I was like, all right, cool, we can sell them. But now they're just building up the infrastructure to get it moving in it. So if your country's not on the list, just make sure you hit the Insta Messenger and say, right, I'm in this country trying to get a shirt, and they'll sort you out in it. 1.3k here, slap the like. We should be on at least 700, guys. Mods, jump on them. And yo, like I said in the title, Arsene Wenger's come out and he's speaking about Ozil and like positions in football. Before we go into that, there's a couple comments here. One guy said Martial's not a number 9. This other brother said Martial is a 9, but he's not able to show his best qualities, etc., because basically the style of play. Football's changing, guys, all the time.
yeah.
What's a number 9? Do you know what I mean? In the modern day, number 9s, you could argue, don't even exist, bro. Because number 9s back in the day used to be players like Andy Cole, players like Ruud van Nistelrooy, Jermaine Defoe, box strikers. Do you know what I mean? That played within the width of the 18-yard box, Alan Shearer, scored poachers' goals, bruv. You know what I mean? Like, that footballer doesn't really exist anymore. Like, and when it does, it's in a different way, bruv. A lot of teams are playing one up front. They're not playing big man, little man anymore. That doesn't exist no more. They're not playing 2 up front. Now, as a forward, you have to be able to link play, score goals, do everything, bruv. This football is now turning into a jack of all trades, master of none, bruv, which is why all the specialist positions, specialist players like your number 10s, like your Ozils, like your Matters, like your James Rodriguez, like your fucking Kai Havertz and these guys, they're not playing as old school number 10s no more, bruv. And even the way the number 10s evolved, back in the day, a number 10 used to be your Roberto Baggio, your fucking Eric Cantona, your Dennis Bergkamp.
Yeah,
They used to be second strikers, and then number 10s turned into attacking midfielders, and now number 10s don't fucking exist anymore. Like, football changes, innit? Football evolves. So when you're saying Martial's not a number 9, yeah, Aubameyang is probably the closest thing to an out-and-out number 9 poacher that still exists in this game. Do you know what I mean? But then people will say, yeah, but he can't link. Do you know what I mean? But then Martial can link and dribble and do these things, but people say he don't score the ugly goals. It's like, what do you fucking want, bruv?
Different teams have different kind of strikers, and it works for them in certain periods. Like you said, it's always changing, fam. If you look over the years and look at teams that have won Champions League over the years, different teams have won with different strikers. Look at Firmino, for example. He's nothing like Suarez, and Suarez is like nothing like, let's say, who else has won the Champions League over the last few years? It's mainly been them clubs there, really. Benzema, when it was Real doing their thing. Obviously, the wings were providing more of the goals and whatnot. So things like that, certain teams will fit them in a certain way. Like, it's not just that archetypal strike number 9 no more. It's a forward now.
That's it. You're a centre forward now because you do everything.
Yeah, because now more of that. You see the number 10s going. It's because now they need to work harder going back. So because they need to work harder going back, the forward line kind of have to come back as well. And the old school man like Van Nistelrooy, Inzaghi and Cole,
them man wouldn't get a game in football today.
They wouldn't, fam, because they can't come back and then do their tick. Like, it would be all mad. So it's very different now.
That's it. They wouldn't get a game, bro. Like, when you're looking at it now, you got guys like, even when you look at England strikers now, like fucking Tammy Abraham, and if you know we're near the England team, if he was playing with fucking Sheringham, Shearer, Cole. Like, bro, where the fuck would Abraham be, blood? Do you mean even playing for Nigeria? You wouldn't even get a game for them.
Yeah, but he definitely wouldn't be with them names anyway.
But you see what I'm saying? So, like, the game has changed, bro. So when man is saying Martial's not a 9, what is a number 9, bro? What's your definition of a number 9?
Yeah, it's mad because even when you play someone somewhere on the pitch, if you look 10 minutes into the game, they might be somewhere else because football is so much now. It's like spurts of different formations on different transitions. It's different formation, different people in different areas. You see it with Arsenal. Oba slides into the centre a lot of the time. Maitland-Niles or whoever it is as a fullback slides in as another midfielder. So just because they're in that position doesn't necessarily mean all of their attributes are for that position alone. It means that you're starting there, but we expect you to do a lot more and move around. So, and like in the modern day, any forward can be a 9. It's just, can any forward be a good 9 or better on the left or right hand side is the question.
But bro, the 9, it depends on what system you're in. Do you know what I mean? Firmino's job as a centre forward for Liverpool is to link the play and bring other people in. Do you know what I'm saying? Aguero's role as a centre forward for Man City is just to score goals and get in the box when De Bruyne's fucking putting crosses in. Martial's job as our focal point is to be the pivot, hold the ball up and link it and bring people in. When Giroud plays for Chelsea up front, he's a link man. When Aubameyang plays for Arsenal, he's not a link man, he's the goal scorer. Because Lacazette's the link man. Do you know what I'm saying? So really and truly, no one talks about really, Lacazette don't score a lot of goals, yeah, but the facts are he puts his body there and he works hard, he presses. That's what he does in the middle.
He's the one that drags the middle defenders out into the middle and then allows Oba to come round the back at the end of the day. That's what it is. It's all about how you support the next man as much as what you're doing yourself. It's very important nowadays. It's so, like, there's so much attention to detail in football now compared to before. Like, even with the transition from the beer drinking days, the pub going days, and the lack of, what would you call it? Let's say health and safety compared to now. Yeah, that's changed so much. So obviously the detail and the performance level and all of that's going to change too. So yeah, man, it's definitely, football's changed so much, fam, since we grew up.
That's what I'm saying. Big up you lot in the comments. Make sure you slap the like. Hey, mods, let me know how many likes up. And you, man, trying to run banner. Man saying Black Kurt Angle and them things there, bro.
Yeah, I see a couple of them. Man.
You man are fucking hilarious, bro. I was in the gym, with my brother. And then, bro, I've just been so busy. I literally came home, ate food, and then I was like, shit, that's the time already. You get me? Slap that on, bruv. So you get me? Man, still in my gym vest, bruv. You man are hating because you're not even old enough to go gym yet, but it's fine. You know them, man. It's fine, innit? You man soon grow up, bruv. Be able to go gym and that. There's some nice gal in there still. You get me? So
you go to?
Oh, pure gym, innit? Man saying, Rants, you feel the cold, fam? I have heating in my house. I don't know about yours, but man got heating. You know, it's 27 degrees here, boy. I'm good. You know. You know the one man talk about it, the cold and that, like say, man ain't got no central heating in the yard, fam. Man got the central heating. I got big radiator right there. You man slap the light 1.6 in here. You know what I'm saying? But man need to understand football has changed, fam. Football has changed. It's that simple, bro. Would they print names? Yeah, we do name printing on the shirts as well. We do. So the option's there when you click on it. But honestly, when you see these ex-footballers talking shit, these man don't get it. They don't get the football thing. You got to understand, football changes from generation to generation, bro. Even at my age, yeah, I've seen the number 10 turn from a striker to a midfielder, bro.
Yeah.
In my age, and now the number 10, you got guys like Mason Mount that people are trying to call number 10s and that, bruv, that ain't got no killer ball, no close control, no nothing. Back when I was growing up here, number 10 used to be the shirt that, why do you think Messi wears it? Neymar wears it, Maradona, Pele. Bro, the number 10 used to be the most iconic shirt in football. Zidane wore it for France. The number 10 means you're the best player on your team, blood. You know what I mean? The cultured baller, the techie baller, the baller that man was scared of, the baller that unlocked all defenses. Do you know what I mean? Number 10 meant that you're the artist, bro. You're the maestro on the team. That's what it meant. And now Rashford's wearing it. You know them ones there, bro. Like, it's not the same.
Don't talk to me about 10, fam. After Bergkamp, it was fucking Gallas, bro. Lad, Wenger better answer that in the book. I want to know why the fuck Gallas got number 10, because back then it was like you could not retire a shirt, but you give it a good time before you give it on after someone like that.
Bro, do you know what I mean? The number 10 used to be the magician, the player that everyone paid to watch. That's what the number 10 was. And now you got guys saying, oh yeah, play Mount in the 10. Nah, fuck off, man. Do you know what I mean? You see all these names that man are saying, Totti, Del Piero, the Baggios and that. Bruv, the number 10 used to be the real thing, you know.
Yeah, fam. It was the best position. Everyone wanted to be that position, really and truly.
Bro, and everyone now, you see football now? Football, there's no individuals no more. No individual talent. It's turned into a system game, yeah? And there's just a bunch of fucking robots, blood.
Yeah.
That's all they are, bruv. Pressing machines. Running. Press. Shut down. But no one ain't got no ability no more. And then you got man that don't watch ball trying to rub out technical players, bruv. Like, that's why I'm loving to see what James is doing to this league now. He's pissing all over it. And I love it because man are like, oh, he ain't really got pace. He don't run. He's going to struggle in the Premier League. Man's walking around with Gucci flip-flops on and shelling on man, bruv.
It's all about fucking skill sets now instead of fucking like the quality anymore. It's what skill set suits the right wing, what skill set suits. We need pace there, or we need someone who cuts in there. It's that now more so than let players, express themselves. Obviously now it's the performance level and the routine and the life behind the football, yeah, because it's changed so much. That's why it's become a robot thing. It's not so much. Obviously, it's fun. You're making peace to play football. But back in the day, for them ballers, the ones we was growing up watching, it was a lot more fun because after football, they'd be still living the life that we would live in a sense, in terms of a normal life and doing what they want to do. Now it's all like not just on the football pitch; it's off the football pitch. You need to be like a certain standard.
But that's exactly what it is, man. So like a lot of these guys, I feel sorry for a lot of the young boys like growing up watching football today, because they'll see us saying things, and they'll think, oh, the older man always think that their generation was better. You know how it is.
Yeah, 100%.
You know the ones there. And the thing is, we're not even old, fam. That's the joke. But football's changed so much, yeah, in such a short space of time that like it's almost unrecognizable, bro.
Really?
You know what I'm saying? Like, we grew up watching, even when you look at Brazil, bro, like I always say, Brazil used to be flair, like passion, everything, beautiful football. Now you see these Brazilian players coming through and they're all robots, bro.
Yeah, it's not the same anymore, man. You don't
like
get
when Ronaldinho left, man thought, right, we'll never see another Ronaldinho again. But then we thought, actually, we might do, because it's Brazil. Then we got Neymar, who's the closest thing to Ronaldinho. But when Neymar's done, that kind of football, we'll never see it again.
Yeah, because it's like you said, because of the change in football. Even when I look back at the Zidane days of France, which were not too long ago, even though France are still doing their thing, it was a different feeling watching France back then. Like it was just a different, that France-Brazil final, for example. That was Zidane. Well, Ronaldo, obviously, whatever happened to him happened. But fam, the football back then was a Champions League anthem, like listening to on Tuesday, Wednesday nights, whenever it was. But it's different. Well, I can't even say we listen to Champions League anthems anymore. It's fucking Europa League anthems for us now. But it's definitely not the same feeling anymore. And that changed a long time ago, man. It changed.
100%. I just seen it as well. Like number 10, Franco Zola, blood. You know them ones. Man had Franco Zola, Bergkamp, and flipping Eric Cantona.
Yeah.
Who's in the Prem now that plays ball anywhere near like that, bro?
It's crazy. It's crazy. Nowadays, it's all like, oh, would they do this? Would they do that? Or like,
like you said, Mane wears the 10. Mane ain't a number 10 ever in his life. You know them ones. Like any man's just wearing the number 10 on their back now. Mane, Rashford, them man are not 10s, bro. 10s unlock doors, fam. You know them ones. They're not pace merchants. You know what I mean?
Made these numbers. You know what they've done. You know what it goes back to what we're saying. When I think about it, yeah. Like you said, the Maradonas, the Bergkamps, all these man, yeah, they made the number 10 what it is, yeah. And the number 10 became something. Like the number 9 became something, and like other little numbers for other, and then they marketed it. It's like the number 10 is now the best player on the team. It doesn't even matter where the guy plays anymore. It's the best player, or it's the guy that's going to sell most shirts in the long term, or that sort of outlook now, rather than who's the most cold, who deserves. Because you see, obviously, you got a team, I got a team. Man picks number 10 in terms of who I think has got the most culture, who I think is going to.
My number 10 is Bilal, bruv. We call him Hazard, bruv. Little Moroccan brother with mad flair. Do you know what I mean? And plays in the pockets and just opens people up, bruv. That's my 10. You know what I mean? You can't just wear the number 10 for me, bruv, because look at Riquelme and these man. These are the man that I grew up watching, bro. Rakoba and them, man. Do you think I could just give it number 10 to some fucking donkey, bruv?
Yeah, it's mad, isn't it? Bro, it's crazy, bro. But like I said, when Gallas was 10 at Arsenal, people don't get why I was so vexed, bro. If there was, I don't even know if there was YouTube them times, but if I was on, fam, I would have been flipping from a long time ago, bro.
It's rude, bruv.
Blood, a centre back we just got from Chelsea. Blood, don't even get me started on them times, fam.
Bruv, it's rude, innit? It's disrespectful, innit? Like, it's disrespectful.
Numbers just went, bruv, Henri's number went to Walcott, fam. Man, Henri made the 14 what it is, and then you're giving it to Walcott, fam, just like that. It's like, blood, who are you kidding, fam? It's because obviously you thought he's going to sell the most, young English lad, he's going to be at the club a long time. Not, he deserves it.
Yeah.
And they ruin numbers like that. Like I'm not at Arsenal, I'm no longer associated to numbers, bro. I can't lie to you, I'm not.
But this is it. Like my man said something about Yari Lippman, and bruv, even like Paolo Di Canio and that. These man there who didn't even play at the top level, but bruv, he was a wavy 10 as well. Technical, you know what I'm saying? Like them kind of man come in, unlock defenses, bro. The maestro might bang a free kick in the top corner, opening up defenses, little touches round the corner. Those are the players that you pay to watch.
Yeah, look at someone said there, what's it? Ginger said Grealish is actually a throwback, and
he's a throwback number 10, bro. That's why I love him.
That's why he gets left out of the squad and shit like that by Southgate, because nowadays he's not doing bro.
Exactly. Grealish is a throwback number 10. He's not a donkey like Mason Mount, bro. And that's just what it is. Mason Mount is your typical academy robot. Fucking finishes the bleep test. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, that's it. 2-touch baller, works hard, fucking passion, bro.
120% in training, whereas
that's
man like Grealish or man like Bergkamp or Zidane, in training, you might question whether they're doing 100% because it's so flawless.
Bro, them man don't even tie their shoelaces in training. You know them ones. Them man just roll up to training with no shin pads, socks low, laces undone.
Back then it was levels too, because you see the players that, like, let's say Bergkamp played with, or Zidane played with, or Del Piero, Totti. The players that they play with knew what time it was with these players. They might not give 100% in training. They might not, look like they care much, but what they have and what they possess and what they do give, man will just do my thing to produce for you, man, and produce
Facts.
For the
Facts, bro. That's what it is, and that is exactly why Jack Grealish, donkeys like Southgate, because he was a donkey footballer and he's a donkey manager. That's the reason why you don't like Grealish, because Grealish is a throwback, bro. He's a throwback, like, cultured baller, bruv. Shin pads low, socks low. Like I'm saying, drawing in fouls, sucking people in, winning the foul, cheeky little nutmegs, balls around the corner. That's why I love Jack Grealish. He's my favorite player. He's my favorite player to watch right now.
one thing, he actually works hard too. It's not, he just doesn't like, working hard is just not at the top of his attributes.
It's, bro, he don't have to work hard. He works smart, bro. This brother created the most chances in the Prem behind fucking the cross merchant, yeah, playing for Aston Villa, bro.
Yeah, fam.
Do you know what I'm saying? And he wasn't just whipping crosses in from the right hand side either. That man's playing little through balls in, all the, bro. He's different.
No,
he's a proper baller, Jack Grealish, and that's why I love that guy. I think he's a top player, bro. And when I said him and Harry Kane are England's best players, I meant it, bro. You know the ones. Manky people talk about, yeah, I got agendas and that, and only like certain players. Jack Grealish, in terms of like just pure talent, yeah, and football IQ, bro, he's one of England's best players.
Who do you think he'll suit the most in terms of the next move for him?
Bro, he should have come to United, but we didn't put in the money. But Jack Grealish is a Manchester United player.
Is your emotion saying that though? Think about
no, he's a Man United player, bro. He's got the arrogance and everything. And also, Jack Grealish isn't a system player. He is an individual brilliance player. And that's what Man United need in there, bro, because we don't have a system. You know them ones. So but Jack Grealish
don't have the support for him either behind.
But I don't think he needs support, blood. Honestly, Jack Grealish is a bro. You just give him the ball and things happen. He's what these man think Bruno is. You know them ones. Like I said it before, but I said he's better than Bruno. And Bear Man were like, oh no, it's Jack Grealish, bro, because he's English, fam.
Yeah, you see, I can't lie. I think he suits Arsenal more because that's one of the missing pieces. If we got him, then I'd be confident and I could gas a bit. Because you see, what we need is exactly what he could bring.
Yeah, but so you're saying you need an Ozil replacement?
Yeah, whether that's I'll take Van de Beek too. I'd even take Fernandes too. I'll take all three of them, fam. We missed that so much that
he just I don't know, he's just got that United DNA for me, blood. He's got that arrogance. He's got that Cantona arrogance about him. Like, bruv, the Brer wears low socks, bruv, and his calves are wham, bruv, and he's got gelled hair, fam. He looks like some Essex soft youth, but he's on clamping Brers and he's got low socks, bruv. Like when you look at him, you don't know if this Brer's going raving or if he's on scuffing, bruv.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
In terms of character, I get you. In terms of character and profile, he does actually come up. He's definitely not an Arsenal player in terms of that, what we'd go for, because he's the type of player that if it's not going the right way, it looks like he would speak out, he would kick up a bit of a fuss, he would talk about it. And Arsenal don't like buying them sort of players. They like buying players that fall in line. So I get what you're saying in that sense too.
I think he's a proper number 10, Jack Grealish. And because in the English game, they can't find no way where to kind of put him, they'll just try to shift him out to the left. You know them, man? Yeah, like when I was like, Jack Grealish walks into any team in the Prem, they were like, yeah, well, not Liverpool because Mane and Salah. Bro, he's not a winger. Man, just push him out wide because these men don't understand football. Same way Joe Cole got shifted out to the left wing. Joe Cole's always been a number 10. Man got shifted out to left wing, yeah, because these men didn't want to accommodate him down the middle, bro.
Yeah, because
they didn't want to.
That was when it was changing over to we need that middle to be working a lot harder.
That's it.
The
these men used to suck off Paul Gascoigne and that because he was one of those maverick number 10 players. And then as soon as Joe Cole comes through, you want to shift man out to the left wing. And that's what they're doing to Jack Grealish now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Jack Grealish has got the touch of the Gazzers about him, bro. Do you know what I mean? But these men don't like him, fam, because in the modern game, they don't want to respect it, bro.
Yeah, and they don't. It's the standards outside of football thing again. And I feel like in training, Grealish probably looks like he doesn't take it as serious as the rest, because sometimes silky footballers look like that, fam, because it's just football. Do you know what I mean? Even Henry was questioned for not smiling after celebrations and stuff like that. Sometimes that's people's character, fam. I feel like they look at him in a different way because of stuff outside of football. I don't think it can't be football related, because football related, he created the second most chances behind De Bruyne last season for Aston Villa, for a team nearly relegated. Like,
it's madness, isn't it? Think about that.
It's mad. That's evident that they didn't have the striker doing their thing last season.
Bro, this also tells you, yeah, like what I said. The reason why I said he's England's best player is, yeah, if you put Sterling, if you put all of these men into that Villa team and swap them with Grealish, I guarantee you they get relegated, fam. What he did, bro, Sterling's not keeping these men up. He's not. I don't care. Individually, what Jack Grealish does on his own, without a system or whatever, like, bro, individually, this brother's winning games for them.
No, I get you because even like what you just said, Sterling. I question whether he can do it without the support network. You know, it'll be interesting to see when that moves forward. But with Grealish, he's doing it. We're not doing it without a support network, but he's standing out without the support network. So how would he look if he had that
And he's
around him?
putting up numbers comparable to man that are playing for Man City, playing for Villa. That's no easy feat, you know.
Yeah, it's not. And the way they went down, well, he was young when they went down, isn't it, originally?
Bruv, but this is what I'm saying. He stayed, got them back up. He's a proper player, bro. He's a proper footballer, and I think he doesn't get his flowers, because he's not playing in a top team, bro. That's what it is. They're disrespectful to him, and also England as well. They've got a bias towards top 4, top 5, top 6 teams. They have, because how is Mason Mount starting ahead of Jack Grealish is a disrespect of football.
Because the stats they look at is so different to eyes. They don't look with their eyes anymore. They're looking at the stats of it's like who ran the most, who passed this, or who done. And like we said, they look at the work rate stuff more so than the quality stuff nowadays. And you can see that's what Southgate's doing. You can see that he's going with the hard workers instead. But in reality, there's not much difference in that work. Like Grealish still works back. He does a lot. But because on the attack, he looks like he's taking it lightly. He gets, critiqued for that. And I hate when they do that about players. It's the same with Martial, what we talked about earlier. When a man looks like he doesn't care, it's like it's easy to get onto him. But my man scored 17 goals from wing and up front in a turbulent season.
With no pens. But you see what I'm saying? Because these men are all about what it looks like. These men like these passion merchants, innit, that run around and fucking, that's all it is, bro. Fashion and hard graft, innit? They'll pick a man that looks like he's working hard, even though he's not productive, over a productive man that don't look like he's giving you blood and thunder, bro. And it's a joke to me, bro. Big up everyone here. 1.9 here, almost in 2,000. Make sure you, man, slap the like, and also make sure you share the video, bro. I think I'm less than 150 away from 50K, so I'm going to hit that in the next 24 hours, I think. So you, man, share the thing. You lot make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. We're on the eve of that 50K, bro. I could taste it, man.
Online now?
We've got 1.9. We've got nearly 2,000.
I'm sure there's at least 200 of you that haven't subscribed.
That's it.
Subscribe. Get it to 50.
Hit that subscribe. Get it to 50,000 people. Do the thing, bruv. Like, man, it's there. I can taste it. This guy saying, was Wayne Rooney a number 10? He wasn't. Like, you know what Rooney was? I think Rooney was like a 9.5, innit? Just like Robin Van Persie was a 9.5. I think the reason why people say that Rooney was a 10, not a 9, is because he wasn't a poacher, innit? He scored poachers goals, but Rooney liked to drop deep. But Rooney never had the technical ability, like in the tight spaces of a traditional number 10, like a Bergkamp or Cantona. Do you get what I mean? And that's not to say that Rooney's not good, but like you see in the little tight spaces that you see the real number 10s operating, drawing fouls, going past people like what Grealish does now. Rooney didn't have that. Rooney had the explosiveness, and Rooney got assists because he could play good passes. But Rooney was just an all-rounder, innit? That's just the best thing. Like Rooney's one of them guys in the playground that he never had a position. He just picked up the ball and just ran past people, innit?
It's hard to pin a position for him.
You can't put Rooney in a box. Rooney is like the way Rooney played is almost like how Neymar plays now. Like Neymar's not a 9, he's not a 10. Neymar's just everything, innit? You know what I mean? That's what Rooney did, bro. Neymar picked up the ball in his own half and runs past people. Rooney used to do that when he was young.
But when he transitioned to when he started moving more back, is more like centre mid by the end.
By the end of his career. But when young Rooney, that United that scored the hat trick against Fenerbahce,
don't remind me about these things. He scored against Arsenal.
That young Rooney was picking up the ball in his own half and ducking guys out. As soon as Rooney got to about 23, 24, and he stopped running past players, I didn't like him no more like that because
he dropped back.
I didn't like that. I liked young, raw Rooney, before he got his hair done with the bald head, and you get me, bruv. Euro 2004, Wayne Rooney, before he busted his foot, that Wayne Rooney was an animal, bro. He wasn't a 10. He just picked up the ball wherever he wanted, on the left, down the middle, on the right, and just ran at people, innit? And they were scared of him.
That was definitely the best Rooney by far, the early Rooney. When he lost that, I don't know what it was, but he lost that. I think it was around the time when he remember that first contract thing around him and
Yeah,
whatnot?
with the
Around
Stretford
that
and he was
time,
doing a park cruise. But I think with Rooney, I just think because he didn't look after himself, man. And I think because genetically he's quite a stocky guy as well. As he got older and he wasn't looking after himself, I think his engine just kind of lessened. He didn't have as many sprints as him as he used to have. You know them ones, and people just. It's almost like what I'm seeing with Rashford now, where I get annoyed at him. It's like, bruv, you were known for picking up the ball and running past people. As soon as you don't do that no more,
what's going
like
on?
you've lost something. But because Rooney's such a good goal scorer, it was fine, innit? Like
Well,
statistically, Rooney improved when he stopped doing all the extras. But
yeah,
on
well,
the eye test, you could see he wasn't the same player, innit?
yeah, you can see he had to change. It wasn't a choice. It
Yeah,
had to be done. He had to approach it differently, you know.
definitely.
But good players do that. Good players have to change their game to stay on the top sometimes.
Exactly. But young Rooney, fearless Rooney, fam, he was
My God.
filth. He was filth, blood. Like that's what he was. I wouldn't even say he was a 10. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? I wouldn't even say he was a 10, bruv. Like he was at everything. Just like what Neymar was on.
I
These
think he,
men are special, blood.
I think he even scored in his England debut for Turkey, if I'm not mistaken. So that would make it
Against Turkey, yeah.
Arsenal. It would make it Arsenal. It would make it Fenerbahce and Turkey, all debuts. Fam.
Yeah, he rapped on all his debuts.
Yeah, fam. What's that about, bro? That's why I found fuck Rooney, man. Fuck Rooney.
Bruv, listen, when Rooney was playing, he weren't a 10, he weren't a 9. Rooney was just whatever he felt like, innit? You know
Yeah.
and that's what Neymar is. You know, when man is just a good player, I do what I like.
When you're a good baller and you know it's mental as well, you can adapt. So you get it? You can adapt. And sometimes you have to, fam. And that's what Rooney done very well. Neymar's doing it as well, like you said.
That's it. That's what Neymar's doing. So these are not number 10s. Do you know what I'm saying? They're not modern day number 10s. Your modern day number 10s are your Ozils, your Juan Matters, more like your Donny van der Beeks, your Kai Havertz. These are your modern number 10s. Old school number 10s are your Bergkamps, your Cantonas, your Zolas, your De Canios. These players, don't play like that. Rooney didn't have the intricate touches, the little dink things and all that. He didn't have all that, the outside of the foot stuff. He didn't have that. Rooney breeze plus man, bruv. Like, so pick up the ball in the hole and just gas out 3 man and bang it in the top corner, really. He wasn't really a creator like that.
He wasn't, because them man, like all them other man you mentioned, it was like they had what you'd call it guile maybe, and it wasn't guile with Rooney. It was more like
it was power, blood,
power and skill, and them man had guile and skill, and I think that was probably the main difference. Power.
That's all it was, bro. Rooney was your original pace and power, brother. You know that, but because he was an African, they weren't saying that.
They were saying other things like his ping with the ball and all that.
Yeah, bruv. Rooney was pace and power, bro. You know them ones. Like Gerrard was pace and power. These men were athletes, bro. They were blasting man out of there, you know.
Yeah, that's
like if them man were boxers, they're Mike Tyson. Wayne Rooney's blasting you out there.
Yeah, and Gerrard was an example as well of pace and power. Like know, they could move across the pitch, and it wasn't because they was fast. It was because of the power. Do you get it? And some people can move across the pitch because of their long strides. Some people have the pace, but some people like those. And Yaya Toure was another one. Yeah. He wasn't fast. It was power. Like it was a beast.
That's it. You know what I mean? And with Wazza, it was that, innit? Do you know what I mean? It was Wazza. He was a power man. But because he banged goals as well, man, like Rooney's a 9. Rooney was never a 9. Rooney was never a 10. Rooney was just Rooney blood. You know? That's just it. It's the same with Neymar. He is the 10, but he's not a 10, bro. Like Neymar, just everything, blood.
You don't really see a number 9 smashing in from 30 yards against Arsenal to start. Never. Yeah, like you don't see that. You get it? So that just shows it was different.
But that's all it was. Do you know what I mean? So I wouldn't say he's number 10. Letitia again, another 10, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Like these are like your traditional guile technical ballers. Do you know what I'm saying? Rooney was just some hybrid footballer, bruv, that man ain't really seen for England and probably ain't gonna see again. Because the way the game's changed, you're not really seeing players like Rooney no more. You're probably not gonna see a player like Neymar anymore. Do you know what I mean? Once Neymar's gone, that's it, it's done. And then you're gonna see loads of efficient stat players now. You're just gonna see man putting up amazing numbers, but on the eye, they don't look that good. Like when I look at Mo Salah now, he's a player that's very efficient. He's powerful, he scores loads of goals and that, but he don't pass the eye test for me. You know them ones. There's certain players. Mane don't pass the eye test for me. Do you know what I mean? There's just certain players now. It's just becoming more about numbers and efficiency. But in terms of like the guile and
quality.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, the quality, like it's nowhere near the era before, bro. It's nowhere near.
Denilson, remember the prime Denilson? I think he was that.
He was at Betis. He was at Real Betis, bro.
Betis, yeah. So he wasn't at the best of clubs, but on the world stage, you'd see that even he was shot man down. Even
Nasty.
he. Do you get it? And that
Nasty.
was like he was like their fourth, fifth, sixth best player. It wasn't even like he was number 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
So you just feel like, but you know, I've got hope that
they had him, they had Robinho, they had Rivaldo, then Kaká come through. Man had Ronaldinho, they had Romario before then. Bruv, they had so many good players that it was like man was sleeping on other ballers because they were so sick, fam. And that's what it is. And now you look at this Brazil team and that, it's just like, bruv.
It's not the same, fam, because even Willian, okay, he's had a good last, 5, 6
There's nothing Brazilian about Willian when you watch him play football, blood. He looks like he could be Croatian or something.
Fam, it looks like it could be anything. It's not like he's got a Brazilian, skill set or history in behind his players. It's different, but I do hope that one. You know what it is? You see, when teams like Germany started winning the World Cup and dominating a mini domination, it's like efficiency became a lot more focal. I just hope that one day maybe a Brazil win it again, or a team that play free flowing football, win it again, and then teams fall in line. They look at that and think, okay, football's going that way again, so let's start going into that direction. Hopefully it changes, fam, because I do want to see some. But you're right, it is going in a robot direction. But I think
it is
one day Brazil or Argentina, one of them will pull it out the bag.
I don't really know, because even Messi is the last player really at Argentina that's really on smoke, bruv. Before that, obviously, like they were a man that they weren't playing. Yeah, do you know what I'm saying? They were only playing with Kilme and that, bruv. And then look, my man's even saying here, the likes of Wesley Sneijder's and that, another number 10 throwback. These men don't exist no more. Deco and these men don't play ball no more because they can't run now. So now, because if you can't run, you can't play no more. Football's an athlete's game now. All the brain and the technical ability and all these other things has disappeared from football now, bro. So now you're just seeing a bag of donkeys, fam. That's all you were seeing.
It exposed the weaknesses that people call it, but in reality, the football back then, in my opinion, but both of us agree, it was a lot more appealing on the eye. It was a lot more entertaining. Now it's so tactical, it's so robotic. It's just
it's horrible, bruv. Like, I mean, I want to see strikers like Adriano, blood, that can pick up the ball on the halfway line and eat 6 man and slap it in the top bins. That's what we want to see. But we're not going to see that no more. Do you know what I mean? The game's changed, bruv. Man are getting fascinated over basic ballers now.
Yeah, just
fascinated because their stats are wavy. They're like, oh my god, like Salah's one of the best ever fucking Premier League strikers, because look at his numbers and that.
Imagine,
bro, he can't chat to Henry. He can't even chat to him. Like, bro, he can't even sit in the same room as man. I don't care what your numbers say. I don't care how many goals you've scored, blood. Like, Henry was playing in the era where man was slide tackling you waist height, blood. You know them as now. You know amount of penalties that Salah's got for running into people, blood. Like, bro, it's a different era.
Them times there, we needed to see it for at least 2-3 years before we got ahead of ourselves. Remember Kevin Phillips when he bagged 30?
Yeah, James Beattie done it as well.
This generation, would have said Kevin Phillips is up there with everyone if he bagged 30 in this generation. Back then, everyone just fobbed it off like, one good season, we'll see where it goes. And it didn't.
But back then, man were bagging 25 goals normal. Like, even Andy Cole was like, bruv, if you don't score 25 league goals, bruv, don't chat to me. You're not even getting an international call-up. You know them ones. And now, man are getting call-up for international duty with 10 league goals and that.
Yeah, a quick 3-goal spurt or something, fam. Let alone 10 league goals.
You know what I mean? Man are getting gassed off Danny Ings. Man used to watch Andy Cole rapping goals all the time.
Yeah, it's the same with, like you said, Abraham as well. It's just like these men ain't like, man are getting ahead of themselves because of a few goals here and there. Come on, man.
But this is what I'm saying, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? So what it is like football's just changed, innit? And I think that you have to understand that football's changed and you change with it, you go with it. That's what I've done. I hate all these stats and all these other things, but it's a part of the game now. So now I embrace it, blood. So now I don't use stats to judge players, but I'll look at stats based off what I've seen in the game, and I'll see if the stats correlate to my opinion. You know them ones, because the stats don't tell the full story with certain players. They don't. There's certain players, like my man saying, can you explain to me what centre mids like Xhaka do? I don't get it. Centre mid that can pass. That pass or defend make no sense. I think he means can't pass. Again, players like a Xhaka, players like a Jordan Henderson, these man, yeah, when they're playing well, the way you know they're playing well is if you don't see them.
More or less.
You know them ones. If they just have a quiet game, you know they've had a good one, bro. Because these men are just the shuttles that pick up the ball and just facilitate and let everyone else play. You know them ones. As soon as you start talking about them, it's because they're having a fucking mare.
It's the robotic thing you said.
Yeah.
You know, they're there to do a job, and that's to get the ball and pass it left or right. And in reality, I know the guy's asking the question because it's sickening to have such a role in the middle when we look at midfield combinations in the past. Like, let's even talk about United with Roy Keane and Scholes, where you know what one does and you know what the other one does, and you know they're both going to impact the game. It's not like one is just there to make way for the other. And that's how football's changed now. It's like that type of centre mid is really there to release the one next to it, in a sense.
Yeah, absolutely. And my man said, before you wrap up, defending's declined. Of course it has. Do you know what I mean? Of course it has. Do you know what I'm saying? You've just got to look at the language that these men use now. Man are talking about Harry Maguire, yeah. When I heard these men talking about Harry Maguire before Man United signed him, they were saying, oh yeah, he's good on the ball, blood. He's good on the ball. He's good with his feet. Bruv, these men talk about centre-backs now. Oh yeah, they can play out. They can play out, bruv. But can they fucking defend though?
I lie,
you know,
I lie, bro. You think man cared about if Tony Adams or Sol Campbell could fucking play at the back, or if Yap Stam and
Sol Campbell never had the best feet, bruv, like playing out from the back. But guess what? He could fucking win headers, defend one-on-one. He was standing players up, and either he was standing them up and not committing until someone else could double up and they could tackle him, or he was winning his tackles. That's what he was doing. It wasn't receiving it on a half turn, barking up, yeah, I'm gonna chip it 30 yards into the fucking byline. Bruv, no one cares about that. Nah. Defend, innit? You're a defender first, fucking defend. Now the right and left backs, yeah, like Kyle Walker and these man. Now even when you look at fucking Davis at Bayern Munich, bruv, he played left wing up until he was like 16 or something like that, bro. He's not even a left back. And now man is saying he's the best left back in the world. Yeah, he probably is in modern day football. But the facts are, modern day football, the demands are not the same. So now these strikers are playing against shit guys that either aren't defenders or they've only recently turned into defenders, and their first thought is not actually defending.
Nah, it's true. It's true. I think one day, you know what we'll see. You see the way kind of who brought this in? Is it Pep? Like this play? Okay, let's say it's Pep or whatever. Yeah. One day we're gonna get a team that plays it long, hits a target man to bring it down, and then the midfielder scores with a late run into the box, and that will win a Champions League, or that will win something. And then teams will go that way again, I think, in my honest opinion. Because the way it swings, because you're right, fam, this whole centre-back thing, the first thing should be, does that man give 100? Does that man put his body on the line? Does that man know how to defend? And then it should move into things like, oh, he can play out the back too. Oh, he can ping a pass too. Them things are extras in reality. Obviously, the modern day.
And this brother actually enjoy defending. Yeah. Because a lot of these fucking right and left backs, they just want to get up the pitch, bro. They don't enjoy doing the other stuff.
Yeah, Tierney, the way he defends, obviously that's just a rival.
Throwback. He's a throwback left back.
Yeah,
actually enjoys defending.
Yeah, and you get that from some countries too. Some countries that haven't gone down that route, and like I'd say, obviously with Scotland, that's one. I think if you look at Turkey, for example, they got some solid centre backs too, and they got three in there that are solid. And you look at other countries in that ilk, you're gonna get them centre backs, but we don't look at that anymore because we all care about playing at the back. It's not about that Vidic type of defender anymore.
Yeah, it's not
about the
pretty stuff, innit?
Yeah, is he left-footed? Is he right-footed? I don't give a fuck if he's no-footed. Just get the defend well, fam. I don't give a fuck what he's doing. Defend well, fam.
Stop the other fucking team from scoring. That's your job, innit? Man, don't care how you do it. I don't care if you're throwing your head at man's feet. I don't care. Just stop the ball from going in. Like this brother said, modern football, they only care about pace and goal contributions. Everything is data. Do you know what I mean? That's all it is.
Some of them defensive moments, stop me if I'm wrong, bro, but I know you're the same as me, but some of them tackles that, let's say, an Adams done or a Campbell or a Yap Stam some of them tackles were as good as a goal certain time because the energy it give you, like when you're thinking it's peak and a tackle comes out of nowhere and you're like, fam, are you mad? Like you're gassed in wherever you're watching it. That feeling's gone because them tackles are not there no more. Yes, the game has changed in a sense too, but it's also because the defenders are not really told to tackle as much anymore. They're told to back off, and put them into space. You know, instead of closing down, it's bring them into a space and bring them onto this foot or bring them into this. It's all too tactical at times.
But I think also a lot of these defenders, because of the systems that are played in football, they're not used to defending one-on-one anymore. Back in the day, defenders were defending one-on-one. If you played a 4-4-2, you know, as a left back, you were coming up one-on-one with that right winger, and you man had to just go at it. Remember when Ronaldo and Ashley Cole were going at it, and man used to say, but no, it's not like that, bruv. You know what I'm saying? You got fucking underlapping fucking fullbacks, overlapping fullbacks coming into the fucking middle and playing centre mid and this bullshit. You know what I mean, bruv? It's just like, what the fuck is this, bruv?
Yeah, the form, like before you used to see 4-4-2 or even 4-3-3. Now you look at different parts of the game, sometimes it's like a weird, like it's all mad certain time, and it works because it's modern day football, but it's like, how did it get like this?
But that's exactly what it is. So because of that, now when man are wanking over Van Dijk and that, very good centre half, but bruv, who's his competition, fam?
Yeah.
You know them ones, like where's the Nestors, where's the Desai's, where's all these guys, bruv? They don't exist, bro. Do you know what I mean? Like Harry Maguire is his competition.
Bruv, someone said Godin is the last great defender, and off the top of my head, I pretty much maybe agree, because that's the defender ilk we're talking about. That's sort of a mold, not the Harry Maguires. The
man that love to defend, the kind of man that, bruv, they'll pull you down and take the red card, bruv. You know them proper defenders. Proper defenders, where they're like, you're not getting past me. Even if I'm getting sent off, you're not getting on the other side of me, bruv.
Yeah, no nonsense.
Yeah, them man defend like literally. Then they need to feed their families, bro.
Yeah,
like, those are the kind of defenders that man are used to coming up against. And now you've got these fucking guys like Maguire, getting rolled in that blood by Zaha, and was it Lindelof or Maguire that got rolled by Zaha? I think it's Lindelof. Man, Lindelof got rolled, blood.
Yeah.
Zaha just backed into him and just rolled him, bruv. You're a big centre half, 15 stone. Slap this guy down, bruv. Like, what are you doing, fam? You're a big man, you know. These men are about 14 stone, you know. They're like 6'2". They're not small guys. They're heavy.
Even that Maguire, when he put Shaw on the ground after them 2 headers, fam, and then who was that? That was against Tottenham, innit? Fam, I'm looking at it like, what's going on, bruv? You'd never see the old school, like, I don't know what's going on, fam. It's
a joke. Like man is saying, Vincent Kompany, blood. There's no companies no more, bruv. Big solid centre halves that will clatter you, bruv. Do you know what I mean? There's no more of that. So now these strikers now, they're scoring loads of goals, but who the fuck they playing against, bruv? These men are played against failed left wingers at left back that are showing them inside and letting them get shots off. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's a completely different game, bruv. So when Andy Cole said today in the interview, he was on the United podcast and he was like, bro, he probably bagged 40 goals in all comps in today's game. I don't dispute that.
No, it could very well be possible the way it is now. The defenders are just...
He said the defenders don't kick you no more. You get acres of space in behind now. Do you know what I mean? The way they defend now, they're standing off you. Do you know what I mean? They're not coming into you. Before, they would come through you and they knew the ref weren't going to give it. Now...
You knew they were there even if the ball wasn't around, bro.
Yeah. Now, bruv, these men are getting away with absolute murder, bro. Like, man are buying pens by running into people.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Man, defenders have the hands behind their back.
Yeah, bro. Defenders have to literally block across with their hands behind their back, bro. They're going to defend with their hands behind their back because they don't want to give away fucking things. They're jumping without their arms because they don't want to get they don't want to give handballs or they don't want to get done for elbowing and get sent off. Yeah, the game's different, bro. Imagine you're a fullback and you want to block across and you're running there with your hands behind your back. You're thinking about not getting the ball hitting your hands. You're not thinking about defending.
Yeah, not the ball. You're thinking about that first and then that. Your body. Like the defenders that do that show that. Some defenders tackle first and it hits their arm, but that's because their first instinct is to tackle, which I respect that. You know? But like you said, it's all gone, man. It's all gone, fam.
100%. Oi, big up everyone here, bruv. It's been a lit show, bruv. Big up all of you lot for your interactions as well. Slap the likes. We got 2.1k in here. You know what I'm saying? The numbers just keep going up every week, which is lit, bruv. We're clearing 2,000 every week now.
You're thinking about that first, then.
Yeah, so that's very, very lit. So big up everyone. Slap the like. We should get at least 1,000 likes in here, at least. Mods, what are we on? You know what I'm saying? Let us know where you're watching from as well, guys. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, brother. I'm mad close to 50,000. Mad close.
Man, it's coming real soon, fam. You said You said by the end of this month, and we're still not even halfway through. Bro.
Yeah, brother. Hopefully it should be by the end of well, it will be by the end of the week. Hopefully it'll be by the end of today, start of tomorrow. Do you know what I mean? So if you man are watching, make sure you sub, bro. I'm on 884. So yeah, I'm close, bro.
Yeah,
I mean, I got 100, like I got 116, bro. So that's nice. I got 116 subs to 50,000.
People need to add you right now. Subscribe right now before we leave, man.
That's what I mean. Hit the subscription. Let us know where you're watching from. 850 likes. Give me 1,000 before we leave. 890. We want 1,000. Barbados is in the building. Houston, Texas, Nigeria. Big up everyone. India, Toronto, Canning Town, East London, and that. No, I'm saying we're going. Come on, let's give me them 1,000 likes. You want that? Washington. Yeah. You man are always active. Do you know what I'm saying? And remember, if your country is not on the list when you're buying the shirt, guys, go into the instant chat, the live chat, and just message them and say that you're in this country, you want the shirt, and they'll sort you out. They're not used to doing international shipping, so that's all it is. But you can get your tops. Imagine you get, and if I get 50k and Ollie gets sacked, bro, I told you, bro, rooftop hotel thing. I swear down, I'm getting a cigar as well, blood, and a big bottle of red wine for that. Are you mad?
I said rooftop hotel thing.
Yeah, bro, man's getting the cigar, bro. I'm telling you, like, it has to be done. So this is what we're gonna do. Obviously, Martin, as usual, bro, he's always active.
Yeah, from Zurich. Yeah, okay, that's where you're tuning in from.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Keep subscribing, share the video. Man said he's in Wakanda, and that my brother. Now I'm saying India, Nepal, Norway, France. You man doing the thing, Sweden. Make sure you sub, people. Man wants that 50k.
49.9. You've hit it.
Have I hit 49.9? Say nothing. So boys, under 100 to go now. See my guys there. You man are doing the thing, bro. I want the 50k. Hopefully I get it by the end of today. I can't see it in real time, but you lot can see it. So big up. All the
log off. Even when we log off, listen, everyone here now, make sure it gets to that 50k. So
give me that 50k,
bro. I want it off of this show. I want it off of this show.
Yeah, that would be a mad thing. You know what I mean? I got another show at 10 with Dapo. I'm going over to George's channel now anyway, to talk about Tottenham United, the Poch rumours and stuff. Do you know what I mean? And then we're back tonight at 10 o'clock for the weekend wrap with Dapo that we always do. So man's in Toronto, Norway, big up. Baltimore, come on, South Africa. So yeah, you lot make sure you slap that, bro. We're on 49.9. I want that 50k. Get me big celebrations, man. It's been a mad thing. I can't even lie. Man's done about 12k in the last 3 months. Yeah. It's been a madness, bro. It's been a madness, and I'm averaging 3.3k subs at the moment, like during this month. So it's been a bit of a mad one. Still, big up you lot, man. We appreciate your support. Obviously, the show's back on Turkish's channel Friday 6 o'clock. So big up everyone here. Can I post a link to the Ken shirt? It's Capsule Collection, bro, on Instagram. Just make sure you follow Capsule, man. But yo, big up everyone, man. It's been emotional, blood. We hit the 1k likes.
Come on, let's do this.
I'm gonna hit that 50k soon. So big up Turkish. We're linking up on Friday, my guy.
Come on, G. Friday 6 p.m. You lot make sure he hits 50k before 10 p.m. And I'm gonna if he hits 50k before 10 p.m. I'm gonna log in for 15 minutes onto your show with that.
Big up, yeah. Big up.
We'll have a quick shot, so get that ready.
Come on.